Hello, this is Goda. Welcome back to the Islands of Insight Pub Puzzle Series Season 2, I guess is what we're going to call this one. We are over here right at the edge of the Autumn Falls and the Verdant Glen, right next to the Lost Grids cluster. So we're going to knock out some puzzles over here to start. I think yesterday, or rather last episode, we did a really tough like a 4-star one. So I think today let's focus on some of the easier ones and just get a whole bunch knocked out. That would be nice to just start whittling down the number of puzzles there are to do in general. Okay, so we are doing stuff and things over here. So we're at 16. We can't make a 4 in a row. Anywhere else at risk of 4 in a row? We do need... How many does this give? This gives 5 for each corner. And there are 4 corners, so that would give us 20. So let's do that. And then I think we're just going to seal off the rest, right? Alright, cool. Alright, got some darts here. Connect all dark cells. So there's 1 here, 2 here. Connect all light cells also, okay. That's going to be filled in then. No other rules for the shape requirements here. 2 here, 1 here. 1 in here, 4 in here. Am I dumb? I'm not seeing anything to do. Oh, 2 here, okay. There's 1 more in here. 1 in here, 4 in here. 2 down here, okay, that's a given. Alright, here we go. Finally found the break-in point. That actually just goes all the way there, and then that's light. Okay, this has to be... Did we make a mistake somewhere? This was the earliest tile I made a mistake on. Oh, because I read this thing backwards. Okay. Oh, this is a long ways back. I read this as being 2 darts in here and 1 dart up here, but it's the other way around. Okay. This still applies. This still applies, and that still applies. Now this isn't going to be entrapped in here. That's still going to be a light. Then there's going to be 1 dark coming out of here. That can't be dark. And we don't know which of those 2 is going to be dark yet. This one's going to have to come up through here, so this is going to be light, and then... Nope, just that one. Okay. So it's going to come out like that. Okay, so far so good. We cannot have any checkerboard patterns with this configuration. Let's see, where else can we do stuff? 2 is done. Didn't really help us, but it's done. So there's 2 in here. 3 in here. We don't know in here. 1 in here. We don't know. 1. And 1 between that whole column. see. 2 in there, we already knew that. 1 in there, we know that. Let's go side to side. There's 2 over here. 1 over there. 4 more in here. Oh, we can do that. I should have seen that one sooner. That was a border trick. So if we go in this way, we're not going to be able to get all the way over to this area. So we're going to be kind of trying to figure out where we're getting into this side from. Because we can only go in the top or the bottom. We cannot go in both. Connect all light cells also. So yeah, if we go down this way, that's fine. If we go up this way, that's fine. This light cell has to connect down here. I'm gonna suppose we probably go in like this. Oh, but now we can't actually get in up there. Okay. I done goofed. So we block that way in, and then we get in from up there. Got it. 1 through here. This is gonna go in through that way. This is probably doing this. Alright, kind of weird awkwardness over here, but we got it done. Let's see here. We're at 7 minutes. A whopping 2 puzzles done. Ooh. Need to do some faster puzzles. All numbers off by 1. Oh, great. This isn't going to be a faster puzzle. Let's see. So the 1 is a 2, so the 1 has to be light and go that way. Now the 2 is a 1 or a 3. The 3 is a 2 or a 4, which it can currently be either of. What about this 4? 4 is a 3 or 5. So if it's dark, it could go like down this away. Then this 7 probably wants to be a 6 to go with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but then it wouldn't be able to be light. So I'm going to say we probably want to connect the 5 and the 7. Do we want to do it on dark, though? Dark works. Yeah, dark works. Ooh. Doesn't work like this, though. Unless we say... Yeah, I don't think the dark works here. What if we do them on light? Then this has to be dark, and that's a 5, and that works. And they need to get 1 more cell, which would be that one. Okay. That finishes the 6 and the 4. Okay, cool. Kind of a tough one, those off by 1. Let's see. What does this one look like? It's underclued. Only have to fill 5 tiles, but I mean, they're gonna be kind of deceptively difficult because, yeah. There's something we can do here? Jeez. So we can't go up. And we can't go left. So we gotta go down or right into this 4. Now the 4 cannot go... I guess can the 4 go down? It could go down if it also went here. So it could do like this. Or... that wouldn't be valid. Only 2 pieces left. Is it not this? No? I mean, that was my guess. Can this be dark? If this is dark, those can't connect. So that's way too many... that's way too much information it gives us. Let's see, if this is dark... if this is light... this becomes dark... and then that becomes light... and that becomes light. So this isn't, like, breaking anything if we go to the right. This is, like, symmetrical in regards to going right and down, right? Not exactly. So if we go down... if we go down, it looks like this. That can't connect. Was there any pattern that made it so... okay, I see a light tile down here. Hang on, was that light tile here regardless of whether we went left? Yeah, so there's a light tile here always. So there's always a light tile here. Which means, is there always a light tile somewhere else? So this 4 is always going to go... it's light here regardless. Then it can just be light anywhere else it wants to be. If we go the other way, though... this is dark. Was it dark both ways around? No, it doesn't have to be dark over here. Really tempting just to use the foresight, which instantly finishes the puzzle, but because it instantly finishes the puzzle, we don't want to do that. What else could we do here? If this one is light, that's dark. If this one's dark, that's light. Okay. If this is light, that's dark. If this is dark, that's light. Is this one always light down here? Or always dark? No, because if it's like this, it's light. And if this, it's dark. So there has to be something about one of these moves that we're being forced to make here. So this is dark, dark, dark. Light, 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 light. And that's all we can do with this setup. I'm actually going to take a quick little screenshot of this. And then the other way around is light, dark, dark, dark. Light, 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 light. So is there any overlap here? Yes, there is, actually. This cell up here is always light. And... okay. Let's take a peek. Oh, no, thank you. That, like, is way harder than it looks. We've been here 15 minutes, so let's go ahead and carry onwards to the Autumn Falls. I am... what's our daily quest right now? We have Skydrops. I am gonna just kind of run around randomly. Still, we don't have really... Whoops, wrong button. We don't really have enough progress here to justify... to start hunting down specific puzzles, just because we're just gonna see a lot of puzzles just running around randomly. Like, there's 13 logic grids, 2 music grids. There's a wandering echo and 2 glide rings. Okay, maybe there's not all that much to see. So we're just gonna kind of speed walk around the map and see if we find anything. I do see a treasure upgrade, puzzle radar over here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and immediately grab it. And let's see where we got puzzles. Okay, so anything that's takes time to solve, I'm gonna mark. And anything like these hidden rings, these hidden archways, I am going to immediately get. Three. I think we'll see this puzzle over here, no problem. Got a hidden ring here. Whoop, I missed it. Okay, got it. Got about 15 seconds on the buff left. Then let's mark one more thing. Just snipe this puzzle. Alright, I see a hidden cube, archway, and ring all up in this area. So here they are. Puzzle trio. Alright, that was cool. Let's go back over the path we just covered and do the puzzles we marked that we saw. I didn't struggle too much there. Alright, we got this labyrinth. Let's go. This is a simple labyrinth, which I appreciate. Alright, level 70 in Crystal Maze Mastery, that's fun. What did we mark here? Oh, a Wandering Echo. Okay, don't want to go too far from this area, so let's put a way mark just in case it takes us to Narnia. Alright, that wasn't too far away. Got a, what's this called? Something dial? It's been too long, I don't remember. Let's see here. Let's do the purple dial first, maybe? No, we need to do purple and green here. Okay. Okay, so purple and green are done. Let's try not to hit those left buttons anymore. Alright, 28 seconds. Unmark it. Yoink. And what do we see down here? So I'm not sure if this is like what the gameplay is going to look like from now on. Like find puzzle, mark puzzles, do puzzles. But, I mean, it's effective, so... Alright, we are in an odd parity here on the purple. There we go. And can we just spam click that one? We can. Cool. Alright, so we have done everything we saw while we had the power-up. Now we hunt for power-up again. Hey, there's one. Technically, we don't hunt for power-up. We you know, we walk around until we see stuff to do, whether that's a power-up or otherwise. Alright, let's see. Do we have anything on our little island here? We do have a logic grid. We have a sightseer over here. 2 sightseers, actually. Logic grid and a match 3. Hidden ring and hidden archway over here. Light motif right there. Nice. I see the hidden ring up here in this, like, tree. Again, like, I don't know how I would find these, to be honest. If I didn't have the radar or the map, they just would never be found, I guess. Ooh, I almost jumped in the enclave. That would have been not good. Okay, light motif, hidden cube. We're about to run out. Let's see if we can nail that hidden cube. And I see a hidden ring next to it as well. Okay. And there was a light motif here somewhere? Oh, there it is. Alright, and I see a couple puzzles over here where make sure to grab those. We don't have to see it with a puzzle radar to know we have to, you know, do it. Oh, hidden cube. I think this might be in the Shady Wildwood, but that's okay, we'll do it anyways. Alright, well that's not in the correct parity. Let's do that and then solve that one. Okay, cool. Alright, let's backtrack towards all the markers we placed. We can do all the puzzles on the way. This is kind of far away from here, if I'm being honest. I'm going to hang on to this one. I'm not going to run to get the speed buff. I'm just going to hold on to it for right this moment. This is valid. Okay, so no 3 in a rows here. So that means we got to do that. Has to be 1 here, 1 here, 3, 2 here. Okay. Both of those. Good, good. Honestly, I don't know why this would be over here. Would be no purpose for that. 1 here, 2 here. Okay. Good stuff. So this sightseer I'm hanging on to. I feel like this is... What great pearl is that? Is that the Autumn Falls Great Pearl? This is so confusing because I see Lucent Waters, I see Autumn Falls Great Pearl, and it's just like, what the heck? Where are we looking at this from? Also, this is like really far away from where I picked it up, so... Is it this bridge? No. So there's the Autumn Falls Great Pearl. Which, like, we're sure it's that one, right? Like, all the other Great Pearls are way too far away. Ooh, puzzle upgrade. How many markers do we have? 4? Perfect. Puzzle upgrade, I meant. You know what I meant. Is it this bridge here? No, this just doesn't look like the right bridge. Another puzzle radar, jeez. I'm gonna de-target something just because I think the puzzle upgrade is more important than knowing where, like, one puzzle is. Puzzle upgrade, I keep calling it. Whoops. Okay, so what are we looking at? Where's our reference point? So we have this over here and that in, like, the same shot. Is it one of these bridges over here? There's no bridges up that river. There's no bridges over here. Is it this bridge? It's not this bridge, though. No, it is this bridge. We need to back way up, though. And stand somewhere else. Over here, maybe? Haha. There we go. Jeez, that was a tough cookie of a sightseer. Alright, let's get a bunch of the puzzles we saw down here. Here I marked... Oh, it's way down here I marked. Bump. A few things around this area. Alright. No dark dominoes. So we're gonna do this, and that's going to give us something to start with. No light squares either, okay. So there's gonna have to be a dark tile in one of these two. There's gonna have to be one in this one. Alright. Just by process of, hey, what forces there to, not be 2x2s? Alright, got a match 3, oh boy. Hold on, let's do this move. Then this move. Oh wait, we can't do it in that order. Of course. Let's drop that, then drop this. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I felt like I was getting, like, a good handle on match 3s, and then I was on a really long hiatus, so the polish kind of worn off. Let's go back up top. You can see the clouds from which our beams shine down from the heavens. Oh, here's a logic grid, 5 pipper of darts. Connect all dark cells. One, two, three, 4 options for this 3. 3 options for this 2. 2 options for this 1. 4 for the 2. One of these has to be lit, and then one of the long pieces has to be lit as well. And by lit I mean dark. The opposite of lit. Connect all dark cells too, okay. How are we gonna do that? Not really seeing like a very solid starting point here. Probably has something to do with one of these cells, maybe. Let's see, if we start down here as dark, and we go up, it kind of seals off both of these routes. So we're forced to go all the way across and get both of these, so that can't be dark. Okay, finally found a place to start. Right? If we went up, this gets blocked in like that. And this would need to be like that for the 3. And if we go right... I guess we could go right here, huh? If we go right, we're gonna have to go through one of the 3, so both of these have to be closed. We have to go through one of these. Yeah, I mean, both of those seem valid, so... Oh, but hang on, here at the top we have kind of a similar problem. If we do one of these 3s, we seal in this 3, so both of those have to be light. Alright, we got something. Now only one of these up here are dark, but we know that this is dark now. Which means, I mean, that's light, so which means those are light. One of these is dark, so it is actually that setup we had before. Just not necessarily, you know, implying we start on that cell. Let's see, we're gonna have to come out up here. That finishes that one. We're gonna have to go... Ooh. No, I mean, we're not really gonna have to do anything. What would be the difference between us putting a dark tile here versus putting a dark tile here? They seem ambiguous because they're both going to be connected, right? Oh, no, because the dark tile has to be up there. Duh. This is done. That has to go that way, and then that's done. Alright, that was pretty tricky. Alright. Don't connect all dark cells, make a snake. Okay. And no 4 in a row of light. Alright, well, the puzzle's kind of doing itself, you know? No 4 in a row of light. And this is all just light, okay? Alright, what else did we mark? Oh, these are just the radars, right? Okay. So, since we're kind of coming up to the end of where I want to have the episode, I'm just going to grab these radars, and I'm just going to run around and do everything I can spot. Wow, there are not a lot of puzzles in this area. I'm going to do anything that's fixed, so... and fast to solve. So, sightseers, and logic grids I'm going to leave behind. We're just going to focus on, like, hidden arches and hidden rings and that kind of, those kind of puzzles. I'm like, okay, the Riverline Bridge quest, as per usual, decided to block what I could see. This time it was blocking the puzzle radar output. Alright, I see a hidden cube that way, hidden ring over here. I feel like I got a hidden ring, like, right next to this area. Also, that one was, like, in such a place I would have struggled so bad to actually find. So, grateful for that. Okay. I saw a light motif here. Oh, there it is. I don't know, what do you guys think of the puzzle radar? Seem balanced? Seem cheaty? Let me know. Couldn't help myself to the random armillary ring. Alright, let's grab this one. And just keep on puzzle running. Let's go. Archway. Ring over here. Ring, where's the ring? Did I pass it? Is it this one? It must be this one over here. I thought I, like, ran past it, but it was still further away. kind of like doing some work over here. Like, there's not a lot of fixed puzzles that are like left in this area. It's all stuff that can kind of move around, like logic grids and sightseers and stuff. Hidden cube up there. And then a hidden cube on the other side of the mountain. And we finished a quest here. Alright, let's go turn in the quest, and that is where we are going to call it for today. I'll do any puzzles on the way from here to the Great Pearl, but otherwise, I'm just going to cut unless I see any puzzles, so see you in a second. Alright, I did not see any more puzzles between here and there. So, yep, just going to turn that in. I did recently go and spend my, what are these called? Sparks on cosmetics. So we have, I think we have all of the cosmetics for the male body except these three pieces of armor, right? We have all the helmets. Yeah, and we have all the gloves. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we just need these 60k sparks and then we'll be done with all of the cosmetics for the male body. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and cut the episode there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time in the Hub Puzzle Series Season 2. Bye!